Hello. Hello, you guys. We are one day out from our Equigenera pop-up. Like we always do here at Peace, Love, and Happiness Club, we've got a last-second big project that's really exciting. Today, we're gonna be adding a bunch of new exciting stuff into our living wall, a lot of which came from Equigenera. I was a little eager and I started opening up this Philodendron squamicale pink, a really, really beautiful plant with a fuzzy petiole similar to like a Philodendron serpens. But you can see that new growth emerges, that beautiful pink color. We got some Philodendron Majesty in, so for all of you that have been in our DMs asking when we'll have Majesty, they're coming soon. The Philodendron Varicosum Amazon Sunset, it's already producing some really beautiful leaves, and check out the back of the leaves. I think that's where this plant really shines. The Ceratostemma, this is the villosa variety, a couple strands here. These guys like some extra humidity and some extra moisture, so hopefully they'll do well in the living wall. These next two are any plant collector's dream. That is these massive Queen Anthurium. We can open them together here on camera and get our first real good look at them. These are something else. And I mean, look how perfectly they shipped. You can see, like, compared to the size of my arm, this has to be like over 2 feet long. As I've told you guys before, with veitchii leaves, when they are young and still hardening off, they are really, really sensitive to like imperfections if they're bumped the wrong way, and that's a perfect example of it. Another one I'm a little bit nervous to add into the living wall, but we're gonna keep a close eye on, is the Markgravia. This is Hoja Morada, which I think translates to brown leaf, if I recall my high school Spanish education. Markgravia aren't really one that we grow all that often. These guys definitely appreciate a little extra humidity as well. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Kind of reminds me of like a Ficus burgundy. Do we know what this is a hybrid of? Okay, it's a new plant.
Yeah, it's
What's-
a new species.
What's it a hybrid of?
No, it's a new species.
Oh, new species.
Yeah.
Okay, new species. There we have it. So leaves almost similar to like a billet, but I don't know. It's cute. I'm excited to see it grow. Looks like it likes to climb. A couple things that we're adding into the living wall that we already had growing back here in our grow space are this Monstera Thai constellation. We also have the Philodendron Macaulay's Finale Cross Gloriosum. Weren't they calling this like the summer glory? Yeah. So we had 3 of these guys growing in our grow space. I want to plant this Philodendron Florida Bronze more towards the bottom of the living wall and let it climb up. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of just because I love the Florida Bronze, and I figured as long as we're planting stuff in the living wall today, might as well have a little fun. It's crunch time. Let's go. Putting together my like artist's palette for this project. Because our living wall is so lush and well planted right now, this project is definitely gonna involve removing some things, such as like this red Maranta has no business being in here next to like this beautiful Anthurium. We're gonna rip them out, be a little violent with it. Bye, girl. I feel like this Syngonium, she's lived her life. Time to go. Ooh. I'm feeling my Aries chaotic energy today, violently dumping soil on the floor. When you're inspecting the roots on your plant, you want to look for this white color. Anything that's like brown or black is going to be an indicator of rot. You can see we've got a little bit of rot going on there. So we're just going to take our snips give it a little trim. Another thing I like to do when we get plants imported in is to like quickly give the roots a little rinse off. I don't know, I think they just appreciate it. So when you're using sphagnum moss as a substrate, you want to make sure not to over compact the moss. You want to leave room for good airflow, otherwise you're going to run the risk of rotting those roots. It also makes it a bit harder to water if your substrate is too compact. The water is just going to kind of roll off the top of the moss, especially if it's really dry. So you can use, oh my God, that's like a living plant that I just stepped on.
No, God!
So this Velcro tape you can pick up in a big fat roll from just about any like hardware store in the gardening section. And it works great with the felt of these living walls. What's great about this Velcro too is that it pretty closely matches the color of just about any plant that you are potting up. So it's a little bit more discreet. So sorry to everybody.
No!
Bye, girl. Actually, I will say I'm a little excited to maybe take some of these home with me today. It's always hit or miss when you have plants imported. You never know what can happen in transit, but so far, all of these roots have been looking pretty good. So once again, we're gonna give them a little rinse in this water with some root stimulator here. Being careful not to bump any of the leaves. This one will definitely have to use some Velcro tape on to make sure it stays secure. Do you think you could pass me the... I'm definitely gonna do several pieces on this one because I really want this queen secure. You can never be too safe with this girl. Wow. I love the way that pops against the pink of the Syngonium. So we're gonna rip out another Epicea that we just potted up. So sorry, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We're gonna put this queen up in here. It is an absolute mess of vines up in our living wall. All right, I'm gonna finish potting up this Philodendron Felix, and then we've got a couple more things to add, and then we'll do a grand reveal. So with some editing magic from the famous Jimmy Gimbal. Oh wait, can we do like a fun, like where it's all like wavy? I'm gonna time travel now with a beautiful renovated living wall.